Angry guy here, and 90% of men don't approach women anymore and instead become passport bros. 90% of men don't approach women anymore and instead become passport bros. This is what's actually happening now. Men have literally checked out of the dating game. They're checking out of Western society, and those that will still have any relationships with women, those that are not big towels, those that are actually MWAs, they are going overseas to find quality women and to start new lives with Filipino wives or
Men out
Latinas.
there are feeling quite disillusioned with the state of relationships and dating these days. From what I gather, there are women in the world who fire up their trusty smartphones and proceed to unleash their wrath upon men. And it seems that social media has provided a platform for these women to express their long held feelings towards men. Some might say that part of this is due to a certain level of womanizing behavior, but it's clear that there's also a deep seated sentiment that's been brewing for quite some time. Based on my oh so vast experience with men, it seems that they only start to reveal their true thoughts and feelings towards you when they feel like they're on a level playing field. You know, when they're not feeling like they're under your thumb anymore. This seems to hold true whether we're talking about family, friends, or any other type of relationship. So this could very well be true for women too. Back in the day, men were the big kahunas of society and women were mostly relegated to the role of baby makers and caretakers. But since then, we in the West have managed to gain some independence and start thinking about how we're treated by women. And you know what? There are some people out there who have caught up to us, or even surpassed us in terms of status and power. That's when we know they're coming into their own. Have you ever stopped to think about how women are treating men these days? It's like once a woman becomes independent and outgrows a certain type of guy, she starts treating him like yesterday's trash. I know, it's not the most popular opinion out there. But hear me out, guys. Once I got involved in the whole women's movement thing, I started getting all these sweet economic and social advantages over men. And then, thanks to the wonderful world of social media, they started spewing all this negativity about men. Now, I'm starting to think that maybe it's not just plain old misogyny. Maybe they've always secretly wanted to say and think these things, but just never had the chance to put them into practice. It's like a whole new world has opened up. Have you ever noticed the social dynamics between men and women these days? It's like men care about women way more than women care about men. Let me explain. Who's out there making videos on the interwebs about how they can't find love? It's mostly the men, am I right? And who's pining for the good old days of the 90s when women were more traditional and relationships lasted longer? Yup, mostly men. And who's getting all kinds of frustrated with the current state of relationships? Ding, 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 you got it. It's the men. The only women who are out there griping about good guys on the interwebs are the ones who've been brainwashed, reformed from their wild threesome and foursome days, or are single moms with a whole lot of baggage. And let's not forget the wrinkled old women, the ones on the brink of financial ruin, and those who are just desperate for a man's space or cash.
It's so intriguing. A lot of women today are just looking for men that they can use for utility. They have no interest in these guys whatsoever. The plan B guy that women are pining after is just there for utility. They don't even want to sleep with a lot of these men. It's unbelievable because the plan B guys, whenever you hear a woman say that she wants a guy that's at least 6'2" or 6'3", and he needs to make 300 or $400,000 a year, and he has to be empathetic and have all these different qualities, and he's guys, that's not the Chad. That's not the guys. That's the plan B guy. That's the plan B guy. All right. The plan A guy was a guy that's far out of their league that they could never qualify for. All right. Every woman, you know what every woman's plan A guy is? It's a fucking NBA player. All right. I'm sorry to break your fucking hearts. It's an NBA player. All right. They want a big black guy with a big black cock making tens of millions of dollars. And I know it hurts to hear that. I fucking know it hurts to hear that, but it's the fucking truth. All right? Even the same white chicks that are like, oh, I'm not all that into black guys, they want a fucking black guy. They want a tall black guy with a big black cock, all right? that's the size of Kevin Hart, all right, the fuck him silly. It is. I've come to realize it. I've seen it. All right. You can ask the black guys; they'll tell you it's true too, because they're tired of the bullshit as well. All right. It's the fucking truth. These women are out of their fucking minds. How can I prove it? Think about it very carefully. How many people? What percentage of people are that tall? Right? Are that tall and make that amount of money in the United States? All right. They want guys that are tall, like taller, that are insanely tall. All right. What percentage of guys in the United States are that tall? And then these guys have to have a shitload of money. All right. And they need to be super athletic. So they have to have these insane bodies. Right. So who else do you know that are extremely tall, have tens of millions of dollars, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And are among the top athletes in the world. NBA players. All right? It's the honest to goodness truth. And if these guys, if they're not going for NBA players, then they're going for rappers. All right? They all want Chris Brown. It's funny because after Chris Brown dealt with Rihanna, after he, had his altercation with Rihanna, that made him more attractive to women because that gave him a bad boy image, even though it was Rihanna who instigated that whole thing. It gave him a bad boy image, and that made him more attractive to women. It's like it's like these women are getting off knowing that, oh shit, he might fuck me up. These women are degenerates. We are living in a generation of degeneracy, extraordinary degeneracy. All right? These women are modern day degenerates with these insane body counts and insane expectations. And they have zero empathy. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you already have it, and turn on notifications, never miss another video again, and hit the like button to tell YouTube that, hey, I like these videos and I want you to show me more of these videos. So more of these videos will be displayed in your suggested videos and also on your homepage. Guys, 90% of men don't approach women anymore and instead become password bros. Men are completely checking out of society. Men are completely checking out of the dating game. Men are completely saying, you know what? That's it. I wash my hands of it. I'm done. I'm walking away. I want no more of this. That is what's happening in society right now. Men are sick and tired of the bullshit. They don't want to do it anymore, and they are done. They are walking away. And guys, and you know what's interesting? Some of these guys are chads. There are actual chads that are literally pissed off with women right now. That are like, they're done with this bullshit. They're actual chads and they're actual Tyrones. Like, I literally had a guy in the comments, and I should have saved this comment. This dude literally said, "Chads are out here getting pissed that I'm kind of a Tyrone myself, and I can't deal with this shit anymore." Like, dude, this dude literally said, "I'm kind of a Tyrone myself." Like, bro, like, dude, no, people know themselves. People know themselves. All right. Chad and his brother from another mother are getting tired of the bullshit too, because women are literally chasing the top 10%. They're chasing the top 10% off the top 10%. So in reality, they're chasing the top 1%. All right. And then from that top 1%, then they're also, they want the best of that shit too. Like, they have lost their fucking minds. Like, what the hell, bitch? Are you out of your mind? Men don't have that kind of money. Men don't have that kind of life. And what do you bring to the table? They go, I am the table, an empty table. And their argument is basically, well, men will always want us, so we don't have to change. We don't have to do anything. We are perfect. And you know what's funny? It's going to be such a huge fall from grace, because every woman, almost every woman, when you ask them, rate yourself from a 1 to 10, 1 to 10, what are you? I'm a 10. I'm a 10. Some of them are crazy enough to say I'm an 11. And then the guy will go, wait, so there's no room for improvement. And they're like, nope, I'm perfect. Guys, just remember, the higher up you are, the further the descent is going to be. When these women fall, they're going to fall hard, and they're going to fall on hard times. There's no one going. There will be no one to pick them up. All right, and you know what's amazing? They're going to blame men, and the men are already going to be gone. And it's hilarious. But you know what? I'm not celebrating it because of course they'll try to put it back on us somehow. But by that point, hopefully I'll be out of the country. Hopefully you'll be out of the country. You'll have your Filipino wife or your Japanese wife. You know, more than likely an Asian wife, or if you could find a Latina that's respectful. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for you. I'm gonna put the full video in the description of the video. 90% of men don't approach women anymore and instead become password bros. Let me know what you think about this. Like, share, and subscribe. But if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all rolls into MWA, men walking away, and cheers.